Hello everyone and welcome back to the ProfileTree channel. In this video, I'm going to take you through the Canva AI tools, which are available as part of Canva Pro. These tools are ideal for elevating your content creation from creating AI images, editing imagery, and creating graphic designs, as well as creating text and more. So let's get started. So when you open the Canva platform on the home screen, you'll be able to access the Canva AI tools if you have one of the paid plans by simply clicking on this button or by navigating to the left-hand side menu where you'll see the Canva AI icon. Now, this is an update to the interface, so if you've used Canva before, this might look a little bit different to you. But to access it, all you need to do is click on Canva AI, and it will bring you to this page where it gives you some prompts of how you can use the different Canva AI tools, as well as prompts to use them immediately. Now, you can see from this page, some of the AI tools you can use are creating templates for your designs, creating images, drafting documents, as well as creating code that you might potentially use on your website. Now, in terms of what you can see below that, these are just some examples of Canva giving you where you can use these AI tools and how you can use them. But say, for example, I wanted to start off by creating an AI image. So all I'm going to do is click on create an image. And this is then going to bring me into the AI art generator with Canva. Now, if you've used Leonardo AI, which is a popular AI imagery platform, you may recognize and see some similarities with the images as Canva have collaborated with Leonardo AI in order to create their imagery. Now, in terms of creating your image, there's a couple of different things you can do before you add your prompt. So first of all, you can see this plus icon in our message bar here. So what you can do is upload an image, let the AI use it as a reference for the image that you're looking to create. The next thing you can do is choose your style. So if I click style here, you can see that there's a large range of styles that you can choose from. So you can go for, say, for example, cinematic or creative if you're looking for a more creative design. Or if you're looking for like stock imagery style content to use, you'll find that option here as well. So in terms of the style that you choose, it really comes down to the content that you're working on at that moment. So in this instance, I'm just going to choose stock photo. And then the last thing I can do before adding my prompt is choose my aspect ratio. Now, this is a good thing to choose, especially if you're maybe looking to use that image for a specific platform. So say, for example, with the 9:16 ratio, if you're looking to use that image as part of an Instagram story template, as part of an Instagram reel or a TikTok template, or say if you're looking to share it on other social media sites, you might go for the 1:1. So in this case, I'm just going to go the 1:1 ratio. And then what you want to do is describe the image that you're looking for. So whether you're a business or just simply creating for your own content, this will decide what's created ultimately by the AI. And the more detail that you give it, the more accurate it's going to be. So say using the example, if I was a hair salon owner and I maybe wanted to have an image to use as part of a template as a promotion, I'm going to say a hair salon, lots of natural light showing clients, her being worked on in the background. So just as an example. And then all I'm going to do is hit the submit button here. And what it's going to do is it's going to create 4 different options for us to choose from. Now you can click into these individually to see what they look like up close or if you're happy with them. And if you're not happy, don't be afraid to go back into the prompt and maybe add more detail for what you're looking for. But say, for example, this was an image that I wanted to use, I can either open it in an editor, so it'll bring us into a new project, or what I can do is download it to be able to upload it at a later date. Now, in terms of the AI tools that you can see within the Canva AI page, these aren't restricted just to this page, and you'll find more of the Canva AI tools when you're actually in a project working on a design. So let's jump into a project and have a look at some more Canva AI tools. So if you're still new to Canva, to open up a project, all you're going to do is first of all decide on the template that you want to use. So for this, I'm going to go for social media and I'm just going to go with a Facebook post. And then when I click into that, it's going to bring us into our new project. So the first Canva AI tool that we're going to look at is Magic Design. And you can find Magic Design within the design tab. And how you will be able to access it is by putting a prompt into this search bar where you can see this magnifying glass with the little stars to indicate magic design. What I've done is put in that I'm looking for a promotional graphic for my hair salon, and all I'm going to do is hit enter. And what you'll see here where it's buffering at the top, this is where we're going to find our magic design templates that the AI is creating based off that prompt. Now, I'll always show you two, but if you want to see more, if you click see all, it will bring you into any additional designs that have been created. So say in this instance, I maybe wanted to go with this design. All I'm going to do is click on it to see it up close. And then all I have to do is click apply template, and that will add that AI generated design into our project for us to work on further. Now, the first tool I want to show you just why we're in the project is Magic Write. And you can access Magic Write by either selecting a piece of text within your design, or if you go to the text bar on the left hand side and you'll see the Magic Write button here. Now, if you were working off text that's already within your design, if you select your text, you'll see this Magic Write icon appear, which is just a blue pencil with a couple of stars next to it. So all I'm going to do is click on that, and then you'll see some different options that you have. So say, for example, starting at the top with the custom prompt, this effectively works like ChatGPT, where all you have to do is add in a prompt for what you're looking the text to say. So say in this case, I was maybe wanting to create a new tagline for my salon. So all I've put in here is a tagline to promote salon services. And all I'm going to do is hit submit. And what it's going to do is it's going to create what I'm looking for. So if I'm not happy with this, I can say more like this or this but, and say what I want to be different about the text that's been created. Or I can simply click replace, and then that will replace the existing text within that design. Now, in terms of the other options you have with Magic Write, you can see that you can have something rewritten if you're not happy with the style, say, for example, of a piece of text, whether it be a paragraph or a tagline. But you can also use things like fixed spelling, which is great, especially if you're working on documents on Canva. But you also have options where you can either expand the text by clicking on continue writing, or you can shorten the text as well as other things like you can change the tone. So say, for example, here you can see you can make it more fun, more formal, or sprinkle with fairy dust, which is almost adding like a whimsical tone to your text. But what you can also do as well, and this is part of Canva Pro, is change your voice. And within your brand kit, if you have written and applied a brand voice to your brand kit, if you select this option, it will take that information and amend the text that's within your design. You also have options to generate a quiz and an AI voice, say, for example, for video content. And these are new tools within Magic Write. So say if I maybe wanted to make this more of a fun tone, I can click on more fun and it will change that. So then all I have to do is click replace, and you'll see here that it's changed that text, and then I can amend it in whatever way I need to. Now, in terms of the other Canva AI tools that are available when you're working within a project, these are more based in terms of the visuals within your graphic or the template that you're using. So to show you these, all I'm going to do is click on this image that's here, and then I'm going to click on edit. It's going to open this menu where I can find other tools where I can say adjust the brightness or contrast of our image, as well as add filters or effects. But what I want to focus on is Magic Studio, as these are the AI tools. Now I'm going to come back to the background remover and the background generator that we can see here. But the first one I want to show you is the Magic Eraser tool. And this tool is great, especially say, for example, if you have an image and there might be something maybe in the background that you want to remove that maybe shouldn't have been in the image in the first place. So in terms of how you use this tool, you can either use the brush method where you're simply coloring in whatever element within that image you want to remove, or you can use the click method, which allows the AI to scan your image to pick up different elements that it can remove. So say in this case, I've clicked on the click method and I know what can be removed if I hover my mouse over it and it's highlighted in blue. So say in this instance, I can see these three lights have been highlighted. So say they were the elements I want to remove. All I'm going to do is click on what I want to remove, and then I'm going to click on erase. Now, with the Magic Eraser, sometimes it can work very well. Sometimes, depending on the image quality, it might not work the best. So you really want to approach this with whatever works best for your image. So you can see even now in this case, we can see the shadow that's been left from those lights. So this would be a case where this magic eraser might not be the best option for us here, but it really just comes down to a case by case basis. Now, if I was to click out of Magic Eraser and leave it as we've changed it, if I wanted to see any of the other tools, I'm simply going to click Edit again and come back to the Magic Studio section where you can see other tools like Magic Grab. So say, for example, if I wanted to take one of these salon chairs and have it as part of the graphic rather than the image, that is where I would use Magic Grab. Grab text works very similar to Magic Grab, where it's more based on text or a logo within, say, an existing image that you maybe want to remove to use for a different template. And then you also have Magic Edit. So just to show you Magic Edit as an example. So again, I'm going to use the click method. And what I'm going to do is I'm going to select the chairs here. And I'm going to say I want them to be cream armchairs, just as an example. What it's going to do is it's now taken that prompt that I've given it and it's going to create 4 different image options that we can choose from with that AI applied. So what I can do now is click through these to see which ones I like the look of. Now again, you can see in this instance, it hasn't applied them the best way. But again, this will come down to a case by case basis. Now, the other tool I want to show you, like I mentioned before, is the background remover tool. And this is a great tool to use, especially say, for example, if you're a small business or a creator and you don't have a transparent version of your logo. This is a great way to be able to apply your logo to lots of different backgrounds. But say in this case, I maybe wanted to use the 2 people within this image to be part of a graphic rather than having the background. All I'm going to do is click background remover. And you can see that it is taking the background out of it. Now, say for example, I then wanted to create a background here. What I'm going to do is click on edit again, just to make sure it's there. And instead I'm going to go to background generator. So say I was going to say maybe red brick hair salon, just as an example. I'm going to click generate. And again, it's going to now scan that image and give us 4 different options of backgrounds that we can choose from. Now, keep in mind that these backgrounds will be part of that image and not actually of the design of the template in the background itself. So you can see now it's created a background for us so we can choose from whatever one that we want. So say this maybe look more accurate to your work premises, say if that's how you wanted to use it. All you then have to do is hit done and that will apply that to the background here. Now, the last tool I want to show you in terms of Canva's AI tools is one tool that I think is most beneficial, especially if, again, if you are a small business that are looking to create a high volume of content, but you're short on time. And that is the resize tool just in the top left-hand menu. Now, what this will do is it will take any designs that we've created within this project and resize them for the different platforms that you need. So all you have to do is click resize and then you can choose from, say, print products, presentations, even videos. But say for this case, because we are using a Facebook post, I want to use social media. So all I'm going to do is click into the social media category and then I can go through the different platforms to choose what I'm looking for. So say I maybe wanted to have an Instagram story and maybe I wanted to have, say, for example, a LinkedIn post. And then all I have to do is click copy and resize. And then what it's going to do is it's going to take those designs that we have and amend them to fit those different size templates. And how you can access them is just then by clicking open designs once it's transformed them for you. And you can see now that it has amended those designs to match that template that we're looking for. Now, sometimes when you make these resizes, you might not need to make any changes to your design. Now, you can see with this one, we maybe need to make some tweaks in terms of, say, extending out different pieces of the graphic to make sure that it's, taking up the entire space. But if we even look at the LinkedIn content, you can see that with LinkedIn, there's very little to change. And then the image, we just might have to resize it so it fits better. But this is a great way, like I said, to create a large volume of content while only taking a matter of a few clicks. Now, with the AI tools within Canva, these are extending and developing all the time. So, what I would recommend if you are an avid Canva user, especially if you have one of the paid plans on Canva, I would keep an eye to see what new tools that they're bringing out and see if they can benefit you. But I hope that you have found this video helpful just as an introduction to the Canva AI tools. If you do have any questions at all, please feel free to let us know in the comments and we'll be more than happy to help. And if you like this video, don't forget to like and subscribe for more future content from us.